Hello. All right, Rorree here. Okay, so I am doing a reading and energy check today on two people. Okay, so we're going to do a reading and energy check and see what's going on. I've already pulled some oracle cards, and yeah, they're all oracle cards. Yes. Just to see what it is that Spirit wanted me to share for today and what your ancestors may have wanted you to get out of this session today. Let me turn this down. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I did that beforehand because it takes a little long because I allow those to drop to the floor to be for your session versus me picking the oracle cards for the session. So first, I'm just going to look at you one by one. This is a male and a female, so I'm going to do the male first. That's what I'm hearing. Do the male first. Okay, so let me look at you on a spirit level. And I've already said my prayers. All right. All right, so let me see. All right, so let's see how you are vibrating today. All right, so right now you are vibrating at a greenish color, kind of like an olive green. All righty, let me see if I see you. Would I yawn? It is not about me being tired or sleeping. It's just about me releasing energy. So let's see. So it feels like, okay, this is not going to work. It feels like the words that I'm hearing is that you're in harmony. You're in harmony with okay, that doesn't make any sense. It says you're in harmony with your vibrations. I don't know. But I'm going to pause for 1 second so I can change this music. Okay, sorry about that. I like soothing music, but they started singing and it conflicts with my, my thoughts. I can't do it. So anyway, I'm actually going to start over. Let me look at you one more time. Okay, so I see the olive green there. Okay, so in harmony with spirit, that's what it was saying. You're vibrating in harmony with spirit. Okay, so I'm feeling like you haven't been vibrating too high. I mean, too low over this past week. You've been vibrating a little higher than normal. And I'm just going to take a look at you. I see that you are covered a little in a murky brownish energy. Yeah, all I can see of you is 1 foot, one like foot and calf, and then one just foot. So it feels like you're vibrating higher than you normally do, but you're still quite a bit stuck. There's still other energy on you, energy from the household. There's definitely going to have to be some protection. You're going to have to learn how to use protective tools because you are surrounded by energies that kind of jump on you. So you're going to have to learn how to use the protective tools because, I can give you protection, but you have to continue the practice. So, so that's that. So I'm just going to, for now, I'm going to release this energy that's on you. It's moving off easily. It's just energy. It's not an entity or anything like that. It is clearing pretty easily underneath you. Okay, so now I'm able to see your body. This was energy that's in your space. Okay, so underneath, I'm seeing your body. I'm feeling a warrior energy within your body. Stoic. That's a word I'm hearing. I'm hearing being strengthened. Okay, so I'm hearing that this is some fortification that your ancestors and a spirit guide of yours has given you to help fortify yourself, but you're still allowing the energy into your space. So it's kind of like you look like you're in this blue suit. You look like you're in a blue suit and it has white in it. It looks similar to like maybe a superhero suit or something. So, but it's kind of like an armor of protection that's around you. It goes all the way up to your neck. Your head is free. So it's blue with whitish silver accents on the suit. Okay. So it is for your protection. So that's probably how you're able to vibrate a little higher, although you still had family energy up in your space. Okay. I'm hearing keep the suit on. So it's not, suggesting that I help you remove the suit or anything like that. It's not a bad idea. Actually, great idea. Kind of cute, nice suit, nice colors. Okay. And I'm hearing, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm all right. Okay. So, and that's like my confirmation from you. I'm hearing from your spirit saying that you're doing fine and you're all right. So that is a good thing. Although that energy was not in you, it was in your space, like in your auric field. Although it still was keeping you stuck and bound. So you're going to have to learn some tools to keep the energy out of your space. It's not getting in your body. So that is wonderful, because I feel like the last reading, I feel like there was an energy that went through and through your body. So that is wonderful that this energy is not in your body, but it's in your space. And it's still affecting you because it's in your space. So some more protection is needed. So if your ancestors are guiding you with what to do with yourself, I'm going to ask them to give you some more pointers if you're not an active participant in what's happening right now. I'm going to ask them to help you with some protection in your space, to protect your space. Sometimes what you could do is you can put up a protective barrier around your space so that the energy doesn't come in from those that are around you. So you could, I always teach in a kindergarten space. So one of the first tools that I learned to use was a rose, and it was a protection rose. You can put a rose outside of your space. You can envision your aura and envision it to be 3 feet out in front of you, around you, above you, and beneath you. And I ask you to envision it that way because sometimes your aura is so big that everybody in the house can be in your aura. So sometimes you need to call your aura in. So I want you to call your aura in around you and only allow it to be 3 feet out, around, above, and beneath you. Okay. And so that you try to keep your space to that point, and put a protection rose out in front of your space. Now, this rose could be whatever you want it to look like. It could be as large as you want it to look. I remember back in the day, my rose used to be like a big old tree. My rose was as big as a big old oak tree or whatever. So my rose was like big, protecting my space, and you can get creative as you want with this protection rose. And you put the rose out in front of your aura, and the job of the rose is to protect your space from other people's energy. So as people are talking to you or whatever, communicating with you as they go by you and stuff, because you're a bit empathic. So as they are in your space, you want the rose to say, ah, stop energy. You don't belong in here. So what I'm going to do with you, energy, is I'm just going to allow you to flow down to the center of the earth. You're just going to hit the rose and poo, flow all the way down to the center of the earth. And when the energy gets to the center of the earth, it's going to be neutralized. So it's neutral energy. So it may have come at you fiercely. It may have come at you nicely. It may have come at you positively or negatively. However it came at you, it's going to be neutralized, sent to the center of the earth. Sent to the center of the earth, neutralized, and then sent back to sender. So it'll go back to wherever it came from. And this is not a bad thing. You're not sending back anything negative or whatever. You're just neutralizing the energy and sending it back. This way, the person gets their energy back, because a lot of times people give their energy away all day long and they never receive their energy back. And so they're depleted and exhausted. But if you're on the receiving end of that energy, you're not operating properly, because your space is for your energy, not for anybody else's. So when you end up having other people's energy in your space, you can sometimes be acting out of sorts because it doesn't belong there. So you might find yourself irritated for some reason, or just not able to function the way you want to function or the way you're normally functioning, because you're dealing with more than your energy in your space. And I'm not going to go into a big lesson about that. I teach about that in so many different videos and courses, but we're not going to get into that right now. But definitely protect your space. So you can use a protection rose. It can look like whatever you want it to look like. Make sure you change it, like every day or a couple times a day. Let that rose drop down to the center of the earth where it can be neutralized, and then create a new rose in front of your space. Sometimes you can put a rose up by your phone. So like if you have your cell phone, you can put a rose in front of your phone or in front of your ear. So you can have the rose in front of your ear. So now when a person calls you, you see who's on the phone. Now you put your protection up on your ear so that whatever they say doesn't penetrate your space, because sometimes you can answer the phone and somebody just dump on you, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even get a chance to protect myself, and they just vomited all their crap on me. You know what I mean? So I know with me, my friends kind of forewarn me because they already know. And, they might say, okay, put your protection up. And I'll be like, okay. So if you know that you got a person that when they call you, it's going to be special, then just put your protection up. As soon as you see their number, put your protection up and then answer the phone. Sometimes you can put a warning on your phone, like have a special ringtone. I remember one time this person used to call me and it was always some drama, man. So I made the ringtone a bark. So I would hear this, woof, 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 this barking noise. And I'm like, it would startle me, but it would startle me enough to put my protection up. Okay, let me put my protection up before I answer this call, because it could more than likely be some negative drama that's going to get thrown on me before I could even get a chance to arm myself. All right. So that's that. So the cards that I pulled, I'm going to take a look at what I pulled really quickly. So door to spirit, and what I feel, and these cards are for both of you, but I'm going to see what I feel for you for these cards. Door to spirit, I feel like I've seen this card before. I don't remember exactly what it means. I think it's these cards here. Okay. But it has a dove. Oh, let me show you what it looks like. This is the card, Door to Spirit. You can see there's a white dove there. There's some rays coming in. There's like a whoosh coming in. There's a little flecks. There's some orbs to the ground. It's a beautiful door that they're coming in. It's a golden door. It looks ornate. Looks like it has a crest on it or something. There's some baby's breath on the other side. The other side of the door opening looks beautiful as well. There are orbs floating around. So for me, this card, what am I feeling with this card for you? I'm feeling like the words that I'm hearing are that you're on your way. Things are moving a little better for you. You have active forces helping you now. I feel like your ancestors are helping you now. It is time for you to grow. It is time for you to learn. It's time for you to participate. I'm feeling like you may move soon. It may be time for you to move um, to another location. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible right now, but I'm hearing that. That should be something that you take a look at. There may be some things you have to work on before the move. It's not urgent. It's something that's thought about. Maybe you're thinking about that. Let's see what the card means. Let's see what the book says the card means. All right, spiritual awakening and new beginnings. This door opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all truth, value, and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit and to the magic and power of your true identity. And your affirmation is, I relax and connect with my spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that the spirit brings and know that the world of spirit supports me. All right. So you are definitely being supported by spirit. And I'm not sure if you feel like, I'm not really sure what's going on because we have not communicated since the last session. So I'm not sure if you're feeling more intuitive, but I know that that is working for you right now. So your intuitive gifts are working. Your empathic gifts are working. They're really working. So protection is definitely needed. So I shared that the last time. I'm sharing it again. Please work on those things. Work on learning more about your gifts and about yourself so that you can actively participate in your healing journey that you're on right now. All right, the next card is the Thinking Man. And what I'm hearing as soon as I pick this card up, because I'm feeling like, although I pull these cards for you guys, I'm not feeling like they're all for both of you, because these two feel like they're for you. Maybe the next one might be for your sister. I'm not positive, but we'll see when I get it. But I do feel like this one is for you, the Thinking Man. And I feel like over this past week, you've been pondering on a lot. I'm hearing again that the door is opening. Opportunities are coming. Thinking about life. I'm wondering what your birthday is. I don't have it handy, but you're thinking about life. and what you want to do with it. So that's what I'm getting from this. Um, I'm hearing that there are lots of thoughts on you too, like about you, like other people are thinking about you at this time as well, wondering what's going on. So people are wondering what's going on with you. I'm hearing the word recluse. So maybe you are keeping to yourself quite a bit lately and not really sharing what's happening, what's going on, kind of staying to yourself. You're not feeling bad though. I'm hearing that your energy is kind of even keeled. You're not feeling, good or bad. You're just feeling all right. All right, so let's see what the book says that this card is all about. And male of wisdom or understanding, the thinking man. This card shows a man standing before an archway, gazing at a crystal in his hand. He is a thoughtful and reflective man, representing the potential presence of a teacher. Of a teacher in your life now. What? He is a thoughtful and reflective man representing the potential presence of a teacher in your life now or about to arrive soon. This person may be there to educate you in the finer details of your chosen direction or may be there to assist you in some specific spiritual, mental, or emotional pursuit. The card is telling you to pay attention, for this could lead to great strides in personal and professional growth. So it kind of feels like what I'm saying, it's time for you to start learning. So, and I feel like you can be learning from this, you could be learning from the little tidbits that I give you. And somebody, I feel like there's a book. So anyway, um, but I'm hearing that there's a book, so I'm gonna write that down for me. So that's the next step for you. A book. I'm gonna see what book it is that I'm hearing to recommend for your spiritual growth. I feel like a first step is my book, and I feel like you have it already, but I don't feel like you did the book. Like it's a workbook. So if you have it already, do the exercises in the book. It's 5 weeks of exercises, and it really helps you to tap in to your higher self. It helps you to release all the old stuff, and I teach you a lot of different foundations. I also might have some videos that might assist in teaching you different things that would be beneficial on this journey as you're learning more about yourself and how to protect yourself. Because protection is really, really important, especially while you live where you live. All right, but I'm hearing the Recipe for Prosperity, that book, along with the meditation CD would be helpful for you for right now. And I'll see what else, I'll give you recommendations, and I'll do that afterwards. Anyway, so let's see. The man may also be a love interest coming your way. That's not it. So anyway, now your affirmation: I am willing to learn new things. It is safe and comfortable for me to open up and share. It's for me to be comfortable to open up and share. I'm laughing because I don't know what happened to my little candle. It's doing some crazy things right there. That is so weird. And it like blew out. It's like it's on top of something. That is so weird. Anyway, let me read that one more time because I feel like I got distracted in the middle of reading your affirmation. My apologies. All right. I am willing to learn new things. It is safe and comfortable for me to open up and share. It is safe and comfortable for me to open up and share. And I would say be careful where you open up and share. Everybody's not going to be interested in your journey. Your journey is not the same as the journey of those in your household. You may have some friends who you could open up and share with, but it is not for you to open up and share with everybody that you see, okay? Everybody that you see does not need to know about your gifts. Everybody that you see, especially those in your household, don't need to know what's going on with you right now. They don't, okay? You don't need any negativity, anything disturbing this part of your journey. So just, you might want to just keep some of this to yourself, even though it is, you know, you have to be selective on who you open up and share with. I feel like you could share with your father, but that might be it. I wouldn't share with my sister what you're going through right now, because I'm not sure that she would get it, okay? Now, the third card is deceit, and it's a devious looking person. He's got some coins in his hand. It's like he's doing something with sleight of hand. I am not feeling like, I'm not feeling like you are deceitful. I am feeling like you're in the middle of deceit and deception. I'm feeling like you, okay, so the words that I'm getting are that you have the power to control this situation. So there, it feels like there's some situation that you're in, kind of got duped to be in the middle of, and it's not your problem. I'm hearing that to tell you about it's not my problem. Um, it's like, okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to put a rose up, right? So look out on your imaginary screen. I think I have done this imaginary screen work with you before. You might not remember, but just close your eyes. I want you to breathe in and out, inhale and exhale. You know, take maybe about 13 deep breaths in and out, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And I'm not gonna fully walk you through it because you can just do it on your own. But I want you to inhale and exhale 13 times. And I want you to look out on that imaginary screen with your eyes closed, see an imaginary screen out in front of you. Inhale and exhale. I want you to see a rose, all right? And then I want you to see another rose in front of that rose. And then I want you to take this rose and I want you to put it on top of that rose, right? And I want you to see what happens. If the roses disappear, then the situation is not your problem. And you just release it and keep it moving, because a lot of things that you're dealing with, you feel like it's your problem. You feel like it's your responsibility, but I want you to test it out and see, is this thing my problem? You know, is this something that I should be getting involved with? And if the roses disappear, it is not your problem, okay? And don't try to lead it, you know, because if it's your problem, then just deal with it. But if the rose disappears once you put that first rose over top of the second rose, it is not your problem, okay? It's a quick little test. Test it out, see how that works. It's a fun little thing, but honestly, if you know it's not your problem, then don't get involved, and just say, you know what, I think you can handle this, you know, and just mind your business, because you get dragged into things, and then you know, you're empathic, so it all kind of gets dumped on you. If you do the rose thing and it's not your problem, then make sure that your protection is all up if the person wants to share and dump on you anyway. But let's see what this card is talking about, because I know that this card is not talking about everything that I'm talking about. I'm just letting you know what I'm getting intuitively for whatever you're going through right now. All right, deceit, hidden tactics, manipulation. This card comes as a warning that there may be some deception going on in your life. The person hiding behind the curtain is likely someone you know or deal with, either personally or professionally. The duplicity could be regarding a personal issue, like someone spreading rumors or disrespecting you to others. I'm hearing no to that. or it could be a business matter where details are being hidden or even manipulated. I hear no to that. Be aware of what is going on in your life. The man behind the curtain is holding a bag of something valuable. So watch your money and your good name, and make sure you have all the information you need to keep things honest and secure. I'm not feeling any of that, but I am feeling that you just need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to be aware of what's going on. You need to be aware and really pay attention, like, and not get involved when things really aren't your problem or they're not your concern, because you could get involved in something and it could really go down a wrong path for you. So this could be within your household or with friends. So I'm really feeling like you just need to be more aware. I feel like sometimes maybe you're a little naive, that everybody means well, and you just need to be more in tune with that, and more aware, so that you don't get suckered into something. A deeper layer of meaning may be that the deception is actually coming from within. Is there something that you are lying to yourself about? In this case, the bag of valuables may be holding things like self-esteem, happiness, or even leisure time. Whether it is your life, or whether it's about your life or yourself, remember that the universe has a hard time sending you honoring experiences if your energy is shrouded in self-deceit. With that, sometimes I feel like you go into self-pity. I feel like if we're just doing the energy now and over this past week from the extensive healing that you received, I'm not feeling like you've been doing much self-pity over this week. I'm feeling like you've been kind of processing. And like I said, I heard the word recluse before. I'm hearing the word recluse now, but it just means like you're just kind of being to yourself. I'm not hearing depression, which is good. I'm glad that I'm not hearing depression. I'm not feeling like you're lying to yourself either. I feel like your sister is lying to herself, but we're not doing your sister right now. But I feel like she is lying to herself about some things, being delusional about some things that she's dealing with. But let me read the affirmation. I am honest with myself and others, and I attract great honesty, integrity, and support from the universe. All right. Okie dokie. Now, I don't think I showed you the cards. Did I show you the thinking man? That was the thinking man. And then this is deceit. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to look at you and look at your energy centers. And I'm just going to make sure they're clear, because we are doing an energy check. So kind of, checking your energy as we go along, but I'm just going to clear your energy centers. So there's a dull pain that I feel as I'm going through, and it's more in your heart area. So there's a dull pain that I feel, and I'm hearing the word burdened. It's a dull pain there. And then then I started feeling like pain in my head. And it feels like the message is that you feel like you're expected to be responsible for those around you. And you feel burdened because you feel like, how is it really your responsibility? And sometimes it gives you a headache. Like some people can be a pain in your neck. They're a pain in your head. So when you feel stressed out, I'm gonna teach you a whole bunch of rose stuff today. So first you had the protection rose, then you had the it's not my problem roses. Now you're gonna blow up roses, create and destroy roses. And I feel like I taught you this one before, but it's been a long time. So what I want you to do is see an imaginary screen out in front of you. I want you to put up a rose and I want you to inhale. So that's how I create my roses when I'm doing this exercise. I inhale and I exhale all the energy of the situation or all the energy regarding this person or whatever. I blow it into the rose, okay? So I kind of create the rose with my breath and I see the rose form. So that rose represents the energy of this situation, the energy of this person, the energy of the conversation, whatever. And then I blow the rose up and I release the energy of that situation. And you can blow it up any kind of way you want. I used to kind of like blow it up and then I would see petals floating around, and I used to have perfect pictures. So everything had to be perfect. You know, so if I saw a petal floating around, then I didn't blow it all the way up. So I'm like looking at the petal, trying to, you know, too much. So I then started to light the roses on fire. Like, cause I have done so many things. I've like shot the roses. Like I've done like machine guns at the roses. What worked the best for me was to blow it up like by lighting it on fire. And, cause then it's ashes. It's gone, you know, and there ain't no petals floating around, it's ashes, you know? So I suggest that. That's what I suggest, you know, so that you don't go down the rabbit hole of chasing petals like I used to do. So anyway, but blow the rose up. So inhale. Okay. So you inhale, and you can do it a number of times, you know, do it 3 to 5 times. Inhale, exhale all of the energy from that situation, from that person, from that conversation, from whatever, your boss, from whomever, from your mom, from your daddy, whoever. You're not killing them, you know, so it could be your mom or your dad, okay, or your sister or your girlfriend, whatever, you know what I mean? It could be any of that, okay? You're not killing them. You're just releasing their energy, because guess what? Like I said earlier, their energy doesn't belong in your space. When other people's energy jumps off in your space, it does not work well with you and you'll act out of sorts. You know, you're either agitated, you got a headache, you get cranky or whatever, you get sleepy, you get hyped up, you know, whatever the case may be, other people's energy doesn't belong in your space, okay? So if you ever find yourself not feeling quite right, not feeling quite like yourself, create and destroy some roses, okay? And even if you don't know what it is, just say, okay, whatever this is, I'm gonna create and destroy some roses for that. And I always see what the color of the rose looks like. You know, later on, that'll mean something. It may mean something now. You may see the color of the rose and ask, what is that all about? And you'll hear it, you know, first thing you hear. Don't go into thinking. Thinking is effort. Effort is not your intuition. Thinking is not your intuition. So once you start thinking, forget about it. Okay, just keep on moving. You can keep doing the activity, but just release it, because thinking is not your intuition. Okay, so we don't want to go into thinking or effort. Once you're thinking too hard, that's going into effort. Things don't flow when you go into effort. Okay. So anyway, so I want you to create and destroy some roses, okay? So now, let me finish doing the healing on your energy centers. I don't feel that tenseness in your energy. I think there was more tense energy. There was a lot more energy in your space last week. I really can't recall everything that happened, but I'm kind of feeling like there was a whole lot more going on last week that I'm not seeing today. I don't always recall what happens in a session, so that's why, but I do get the feeling that it's different right now. Okay, your second and third energy centers or chakras or whatever you want to call them. Somebody was telling me not to call them chakras, call them octaves. I have to do some research on that. All right, so anyway. Doing your hands, and then I'm gonna do your feet. There are energy centers all over. I can't recall how many we have. I know there are more than 100. I can't remember the exact number of energy centers each person has in their body, but it's a lot. You got them everywhere, you know. I know, most people here talk about 7, but there are many more. So I'm going through and just healing the centers. All right. And I just heard to do my little special healing. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, that was awesome. Whew. That wasn't too much smoke. All right, that was really awesome. Okay, so yeah, that really helped me to really open up your spiritual cord and your spiritual connection. So I'm hearing that there's work that you're going to do with your gifts as you grow. So you have been called for something very special in this lifetime. I'm hearing that you will be a healer. I'm hearing you are very gifted. And I'm hearing you have to heal yourself first. So you have to heal yourself first, okay? So please follow the guidance. There was guidance last week and there's guidance today. And you have to follow it. It's for you. You have to follow this guidance. There is work for you to do. You're going to learn over the years. You're going to learn and you're going to grow. And I will help you. I'll help you. I'll work with you. And you're going to get stronger and stronger. Your ancestors are by your side. You have one that's with you all the time. Female. and she guides you and protects you, and you hear from her. You don't know who you're hearing from. Sometimes you're hearing what to do, you're hearing from her. Okay. All right. So I'm excited for you. I really am. All right. Okay. So I'm going to look at your chords now. Okay. There's a pain. All right, so there was a pain like at your crowns, pains up here, and it was attached to a cord. It feels like someone's courting you. Someone's like wanting to know what you're thinking, wanting to know what you're going through, but they're courting you at your crown, which is very interesting. I'm hearing that it was left unprotected. Okay, so let me continue. All right. Okay, so I did a healing there. I removed the connection. I did a healing, and I also put a lightweight shield. That's what I'm hearing it was a lightweight shield, um, just to protect this part of your head. I'm not positive what this is called, but there is a chakra here and a chakra here and a chakra here. And I don't really think this is your crown, but it's one of these chakras in here that they're courting you at. And it's like they're trying to court you like at your pineal gland, um, your ajna, but they're not courting you in the right place. And it's not doing anything, but it is causing, I felt a pain energy there. So maybe that's why you get that headache thing. So this is somebody in your house. So yeah. But anyway, I released it. I put a shield up. Okay. So this will help protect. It's just a lightweight shield because I don't want any blockages in this area at all, you know. So it's just a lightweight shield barrier from that courting because you let it in, you know. So even if you have your roses and everything, you can say, hi, come on in and welcome that energy in there. Okay. So let me continue. Awesome. That was the only cord. And you know, remember I described your suit and your head was out? There you go. So the your suit has protected you from the cords, but your head was out. I'm hearing leave the head out. That's what I'm hearing. Even if you had a mask on, this would still be out. Okay, so you're good. Okay, so your energy centers, at least the main ones, the 12th, 8th, and I went down your body. There are a couple on your back. So I went through those, your hands and your feet. All of that's good. There's no cords coming down. That's good. We cleared that one, healed the spot. That's good. Okay, now let me just look in your space. Okay. You have energy floating around in your space. Okay. So you have an entity floating around in your space. Okay. So it's not a dark being. It is a being though. I'm hearing I'm hearing it's a spirit being, but it's not a spirit being from um like a human. It's a spirit being from an alien. Um so it's an alien spirit being. I'm hearing sometimes you hear information from this being. This being doesn't mean you harm, but I'm going to request that the being not be in your aura. It needs to get out of your space. If it wants to communicate with you, that's fine, but communicating while in your space is not a good idea. So I'm just going to have a conversation. All right, so um, I feel like it's a male being. He says yes. So he is being compliant. He said, okay, it's not a big deal. He's saying he comes in, he goes out. So I would just prefer that he remains out. I'm just getting that he shouldn't be in your space. Okay. All right. So you can communicate with him, figure out who he is, talk to him, find out more about him if you like, ask who you are. Like when you're hearing and seeing from spirit, ask, who are you? What's your name? And listen and see what you hear. I've heard weird things. I heard something. Um, I won't get into the whole story, but I heard something. I was given a word. I was like, okay, is that the name? Okay, so I got this name. I didn't know what it was. I wrote it down how I thought it was spelled. And then this was in March. And then in like 2 weeks ago, like I searched for the name all through Google, could not find a name. Looked through DuckDuckGo, looked through, I could not find the name. I even looked Google.ru, could not find this name. I was like, wow. I looked through YouTube, I couldn't find a name. And then I don't know, I was studying spirituality because I'm doing some studying. I'm on a journey right now, a nice spiritual journey. And in my studies, I was looking up a name that sounded very similar to this word that I was given, this name that I was given. And then I found it, and it was a name of one of the Orisha. How about that? It was an Orisha's name. And I was like, wow, how cool is that? So ask the name. Even if you don't understand what the heck you're hearing, write it down to the best of your ability. And look, it was March, and it's 2 weeks ago that I realized what that name was. And then it made everything kind of make sense that happened to me. Like, I was like, oh, okay, now I'm getting it. But hey, it took how many months for me to figure out what was that all about? I was like, I don't even understand what the heck I just went through. You know what I mean? So anyway, so do that and practice, but this being doesn't mean any harm. So there you go. I just asked him to stay out of your space, communicate with you outside of your space, and don't ask him to come into your space, because even the spirits don't belong in your space. Okay. All right. So you're looking fine. Let me look at your sister now. All righty. So let me clean out real quick, and then I'm going to tap into her. Thank you. All right. All right, so I see you vibrating at a blue and gold. So I'm going to read you at a bluish color with a gold streak going through it. I've been saying a lot of blues lately. Okay, blue with gold. All right, so I'm hearing that there's some frustration going on, irritation. Okay. Your spiritual cord still, because I feel like it was blocked before. That's what I'm getting. I feel like it was, but it's still blocked. And I thought we had sent some healing through that. And I'm hearing that what you focus on grows, and whatever you're focusing on is growing, and it just keeps your connection stuck, your connection to source stuck. And there's disbelief there. There's apathy, like there's disbelief. You feel like life is not going to be any better, and that's not true. But if you tell yourself then it will be true. If you tell yourself that, my life is full of shit, whatever, whatever negative things you're saying, then that's exactly what you're going to get and what you're going to feel and what you're going to be. So stop speaking negatively about yourself. Stop uttering negative words about yourself. Don't do that. It's not for you to do that. So I encourage you not to do that anymore, because you manifest more of that, and you continue to block your connection with source. And I know you're not really feeling that right now. But if you could just not speak negative words about yourself, that'd be wonderful. Whenever you say something negative about yourself, you could say cancel, or you could even say, I take that back, cancel, release that. I release that. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Whatever you want to say, whatever your words will be to release something negative that you accidentally say about yourself, just cancel it out. Say cancel, or something. Whatever feels good to you. Cancel is what I used to do when I was first getting started. All right. I'm hearing that you have a couple of blocked chakras or energy centers or octaves. 2, 3, 4. And of course, all up in there, 12th. you know. All right, so I'm feeling that there's going to have to be prayer on your behalf, because you're not going to do it. So I'm going to do a candle for you. And I'm going to release, let me see something. And feel free while I'm doing the work to just fast forward through the video, because I'm sure it could be quite boring just watching me in silence. But I'm doing a deprogramming right now. hope that alarm doesn't go off. All right, so I was just doing some deprogramming, and it's not even left. Okay, I was doing some deprogramming, and I was told to select a card, not the one that was already selected, but select a card for you. And okay, so I'm sorry, I can't talk. All right, so what I'm getting from this card is there is a deep wound. The wound goes really, really far back to like when you were 7 years old. There's a deep wound there. You were hurt, you were upset, you buried that. I feel like there is a key. What? I'm sorry. I feel like there's a key to unlocking that inner child. There is a key to unlocking the inner child. She is stuck back there. You anchor in that. There's something that happened at 7 years old, and you have to unlock it. I feel like the work that we just did, okay, and I'm hearing to do another type of healing with you. Okay, so they're saying to do a timeline healing with you, and it's just a short one. That's what they're asking me to do right now, to heal the inner child. And then I'll read what this is talking about. So I'm starting in the womb, when you were in the womb. And it's a little pressure there, a little agitation, nothing very serious. But I'm sending some healing energy to the womb, to you in the womb. And we're just going to heal. We're going to release any any negative things that you may have heard while you were in there, any things that you may have processed not in a positive light. We are going to just release any stagnant, stuck energy, any energy that you received from your mother, from your father, from anybody who was around. We're just going to release that energy now. As I'm doing this release, I'm feeling a chill, and I'm feeling that you are releasing a cord or connection. That's what I'm feeling right now. That's the words I'm hearing. Okay. I'm hearing to send the healing through 2 years old. So that's where I'm going right now. And I'm hearing 5. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm sending the healing. And it feels like I'm pushing through. It's a little stuck energy, nothing very serious, okay? And I'm just pushing through, and I'm hearing that we just need to heal the inner child. And I'm just pushing through. Alrighty. Excusez-moi. All right, 6. When I saw 6, I saw this piece going off to the side. It's like a dark piece going off to the side, and it kind of looked like that, like this, going off to the side. I'm hearing tears. There was a painful time. You were holding something in. It's leading up to 7 years old. Okay. And I'm looking up past there, and like what I see going past there is like a cloud, like a tunnel cloud. Okay. But the cloud is gray. So it's not, it's like a tunnel cloud that whatever happened at this time permeated your years to come after that. Okay, so I'm hearing that an inner childhood regression exercise would be good for you. But I'm just going to continue to heal this and heal and move forward towards you today. Now, your past is not going to change, right? But we are a product of our journey. You know, we kind of like, we become who we are because of every step of the way. And sometimes we drag along some pain with us, and that helps to create who we are. But sometimes the pain that we drag along with us helps to keep us stuck and stagnant, and not really able to prosper or to move forward in life in a productive way that we would want to, or that we would think we should, you know? So I'm going to help to release this energy because it's a pain energy, and like it's even hurting through to my ring. Okay. And yeah, this is interesting. Okay. So it's a pain energy that flows through that tunnel, and the tunnel looks like a whirl of like a grayish smoke, like a whirl of grayish smoke. And it just kind of journeys with you on your path, keeping you a little bit stuck, keeping you a little bit good, a little bit stuck, you know? So I'm just going to kind of send some healing through. So that in present time, we can more effectively deprogram and reprogram what's going on in present time. So now I actually can see your spiritual connection. How about that? I see your spiritual cord. That's a wonderful thing. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you. All right. All right. So, Ashe. All right. I'm going to read what this card means that I pulled. Oh, went way far past the card, I think. Okay. I'm very confused. Okay. Give me 1 second. Oh, I was like losing it here. I'm like, why can't I find this card? I'm looking in the wrong book. I'm so sorry. I was like, this card starts with an A. Why is it not right here? Okay. All right, so here we go. Okay. Adventure. That's what this card is called. Let me show you card. Adventure. All right. Adventure resonates to that of innocence transforming into maturity. This sacred ray holds the key to unlocking inner doorways to future self-communication. Powerful seeds of knowledge mirror secrets of future worlds, and alternate aspects of the soul are discovered. Powerful seeds of knowledge mirror secrets of future worlds, and alternate aspects of the soul are discovered. I don't even understand what I just read. Powerful seeds of knowledge mirror secrets of future worlds, and alternate aspects of the souls are discovered. Okay. Inward journeys through the cosmos will unfold great mysteries and prompt advanced development of your soul's growth. This supernatural ray expresses love for awareness and supports boundless courage into the unknown. It says something new wants to come into your life. You hold the keys to discovering the answers to your situation. That's interesting. Okay. I don't know. I still feel what I feel. I feel like the words that I'm hearing is that there's a journey. I'm asking how did this relate to this 7-year-old? How did this relate to this healing process that I was asked to do? So I'm asking, okay, so how does that relate to this? And why did y'all ask me to do this healing? Okay, so I'm hearing that it was necessary in order for you to be able to open up and awaken. It was necessary for your spiritual connection to be reopened. I'm hearing that it is not necessary to anchor in what took place that caused you the grief when you were 7 years old, 6 going into 7. I'm hearing that it was not, it is not for you to go anchor in that. That is not important right now. What is important is the healing that was sent through. What is important is that your spiritual connection is wide open. I'm hearing that it will not close now. So it is not like, if we look at this again, that should not be what we encounter with the spiritual connection being closed or blocked. I'm hearing that now is time. Now is the time. You'll be able to step into newness of life. You'll see yourself being able to manifest more now. You'll be able to now manifest better. I'm hearing better employment. You'll be able to manifest better jobs. You'll have more creative ideas. You won't feel stuck in a rut. You won't blaming others. Blaming others is something that you have done. So you won't tend to do that as much now. You will take more responsibility. You're going through a growth spurt. So that's what's happening for you. Growth spurt. So that's really good. So let me ask about this deceit, because I felt like the deceit had something to do with you. And I'm hearing that it was your mind, your inner thoughts, you deceiving yourself, you know, kind of sabotaging self with words, but it was created through this grayish cloud. So this helps you to be where you were, helps you be stuck. You know, the thing that you anchored in that carried through your life. So it's kind of like you were deceiving yourself and not even allowing yourself to have what it is you could be having in this lifetime on your journey. But I do hear that that's going to be better now. That is wonderful. I'm really happy to hear that. That's awesome. All right. So let me look at your energy centers. And let's just go through and heal and clean them all off. Because I feel like there were a few that needed some healing and cleaning. All right. That wasn't too bad. They weren't hard to clear off. Let's check your cords and connections. Fifth. Okay, so you recorded at your fifth chakra, your voice speaking in, speaking your truth. Someone corded you there. So you would be speaking somebody else's truth. Because y'all will be exchanging, truth. So you may sound just like somebody else. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like it's your mom. You may be sounding just like your mom, speaking her truth because y'all are corded right there. Okay? But it's time for you to speak your truth and know who you are. Okay? Awesome. That's the only cord? Awesome. All right, I'm going to send some healing through both of you. Now, this was the cord. This was like a next step. This was like a guidance for, what's next. When I look at this card, I see this woman. She has wings, like butterfly wings. She's got a beautiful white skirt on, and she's directing some energy. I feel like it's energy. She's directing some energy out, but it's healing energy. And I feel like it's protection. I see like a dragon serpent thing up here looking over at her. There's some waterfalls, 3 sets of waterfalls. There's some semicircular thing. I don't know what that is. but it looks like it has orbs in it. And then there are a few moons here. So I don't know where this person is, not on this planet. There's like crystal growing from the ground. There are these stones standing like in the pillars, like I forget what these stones are called, but they're really healing and feel like balance. There's some mountains in the back, and they're like with red, like red clay mountains or something. This is like a beautiful place, wherever this is. There are pillars behind her. And I feel like the card is called the Guardians, shielding, defense, and warning. So let me let you see the card. This is the card. Let me pull it back so you can see it a little better. I had it too close. All right, let's see what this card means. The Guardian and what it means for today. I feel like I'm supposed to read the oracle reading of this card today. Uh-oh. All right, let's get into it. Okay, the oracle's interpretation of this beautiful card. Look at the signs around you very carefully. Your guardian angels, spirit guides, higher self, or other supportive light being is trying to get your attention. This may be a time to guard yourself from a toxic situation or energy vampire, or it may be a warning of a future concern. Also, evaluate your own shielding mechanisms. Do you have any? How about that? If so, are they working? If not, revisit and strengthen them. All right. There and crystals that are recommended are black obsidian and smoky quartz. All right, and an essential oil that's recommended is helichrysum. I never heard of that. Helichrysum. It's spelled HELICHRYSUM. Never heard of that one. All right, and again, that was the Guardian. So that did go along. Is this the Guardian? Yeah, that went along with this session pretty. it kind of did go along with what we were to get out of the session, and that's exactly what the session was all about. I pulled that card at the beginning of the session. So anyway, I wish you guys well. This was an energy check from your session that you had last week. I know we did a lot of healing, a lot of releasing, a lot of detaching. We did some reprogramming, deprogramming, some special healing work. That was last week. This week we did a few of those things again. This week felt tremendously better than last week. Okay, I don't remember everything that happened last week, but this week was way better. So you guys are doing much better, and I really want you to use the tools that I gave today. All the time I try to give tools. Even if you listen to some other people's sessions, I give tools in all of them. So listen to other people's sessions. You might pick up something that you could use for yourself. Okay. Don't forget, do the workbook. Okay. Do the workbook. It's a 5-week course. You do something for yourself every day, but I really want you to be doing the little things for yourself so that you can really peel off all those layers, shed that old yucky stuff off of you, get it away from you, and then so that you can move forward. Okay. So thank you for allowing me to work with you. And I thank God, I thank my ancestors, I thank your ancestors for working with us today. Ashe.